Hello world and welcome back. I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North, and this is Europa Universalis IV. We are Cole, and we're playing with the DLC of Mare Nostrum and the MEIOU and Taxes Mod, which you can check in the description box below. And we are playing as Köln. Over the last couple of episodes, we've taken Den Haag and Brugge, and we're currently preparing a war against Baron Straubing in order to take Amsterdam, because Amsterdam is a lovely 45 development province, and we can totally take that. We have the claim on Nord Holland, but we're just waiting for a peace treaty to expire because I'd actually previously protected them, guaranteed their independence. But anyways, so I had a question from Maximilian Tengri Lenz about the Cologne Cathedral. And if I remember where this is, switch to Noble Republic. Oh, I can do that if the aristocrats of the administration. Oh, cool, I can totally switch to Noble Republic. I might do that. Anyways, build a great cathedral. And all I need is my piety to be... No, wait. What's going on? Oh, take up the construction of Cologne Cathedral. This is what we're talking about. Not just any cathedral, but the Cologne Cathedral. Because the Cologne Cathedral was actually, back in the late 12th century, Emperor Barbarossa sacked Italy, and he stole some relics from the three magi, the three wise men, the three kings, from the cathedral there in Milan, and brought it all the way up to Cologne. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to build a new cathedral in order to properly house these very sacred relics, right? Because this would be a new site of Christian pilgrimage, and it made sense. So they started building it, but then in 1473 it actually stopped. And the crane was actually just left there on the site when they were still building the tower. There's some further additions to it in the 16th century, but not really all that much done. And then it wasn't actually until 1842 when the Protestant Prussians actually found the original plans for the front facade, and they decided to continue the construction of this building in order to improve relationships with a lot of Catholics that had recently fled there and resettled into Cologne. So then they built it, and they actually had a public fundraising thing. Basically kickstarted the cathedral, and they crowdsourced it, and they built it, and then in 1880 it was finally finished, and actually for 4 years it was the tallest building in the world. So that's very, very cool. But anyways, in terms of in this game, in order to finish the cathedral, administrative technology needs to be at least 29. That's a long way away. I must have enabled asceticism, prophecy, popular religion, scholasticism, or state religion ideas. I must have enabled economic ideas. Must have at least one cardinal, have an architect, and have at least 350 gold. And because of all of that, if I build it, I will have finished the take up the construction again event will trigger. Don't exactly know what that does, but it will get increased trade efficiency, increased production efficiency, increased prestige. Tax modifier will go down a little bit because we're paying for the construction of this cathedral. And all of that could be very, very good, but it all depends, right? It's at least 100 years from now, right? It's probably not going to be until the 1600s when I actually get that far. But it's a very specific set, a very, very specific set of conditions. So, interesting. But this actually kind of gets me. I like this. Switch to a noble republic. If the aristocrats are the ruling faction, I will switch to a noble republic. Interesting. Or I can switch to an administrative republic. I need to centralize. And my administrative technology needs to be at least 23. I could do that. And Madrigal, I need a composer. Yeah, not going to happen. So anyways, that's basically what's going on with the Cologne Cathedral. So is it worth it? Your question, Maximilian? I don't know. It depends on what happens when the event triggers, and it all depends on what my current situation is. I mean, that 2% increase in trade and trade power could be huge. Could be huge. It could be not worth it depending on the time it is. Like I really don't know. But that's basically a little bit of brief background on the Cologne Cathedral, but you're probably done listening to me talk, so let's just get back to the game. We are waiting until, I believe, May of 1841. Yeah, we're basically waiting 2 years before we can declare war on Baron Straubing. So in the meantime, let's see what we can... Treasurer Hermann Kniphausen has died. Oh well. Let's see what we can do. Actually, if we want the aristocrats to be the dominant faction. And give +10 influence to the aristocrats. I might start preferring them to get to noble republic so I can get these to be some states. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. That is our goal. We're going to try to become a noble republic. We're still going to stay as republic. We're going to stay as republic. Definitely. I'm not switching from that. But if we can switch to noble republic, we can actually increase the centralization. We can get Den Haag and we can get Brugge in order to be a little bit more integrated into our empire, which means more money, more troops, and all these wonderful things. Actually, speaking of troops, I don't know why my voice just squeaked there. I'm sorry. But speaking of troops, we have 12 out of 12 force limit. That's as high as we're going to get, really. We might actually get new military technology by the time we declare war, which would be good. Oh, what's this? Who is France at war with? Savoy, Würzburg, Austria, Hungary, Bohemia, Moravia, Glogau, Legnica, Ulz, Opol, a bunch of Eastern Europe. And they're currently winning, but what caused that? Who's actually next to them that they're at war with? Somebody declared war on them. Oh, Naples is allied with France, and they have a royal marriage. That's not good. Diplomatic insult? Nassau has given us a diplomatic insult? No. No. First of all, they're my ally. I'm not going to... I will totally forget this. It was a faux pas. They didn't mean to. They've apologized for it profusely, right? So I'm going to try to ease the tension, and that will give so many people increased opinion of me, including 2 of my vassals, right? Let's see if this changes anything in terms of... No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't change anything. It might speed up integration process. I don't know, but either way. The aristocrats gain 10 influence, and I gain a claim on Oversticht. Okay. Interesting. Oversticht is Zwolle. I think that's how you pronounce it. In the Netherlands, which would be good. It is another large developed town. They're allied with Burgundy, Bremen, Verden, and Mark, which means Mark, Burgundy, and Bremen-Verden. I would lose the alliance of Bremen-Verden if I were to attack them. But you know what? I could attack Mark instead. Bring them in. Hoya, Gelders, and Utrecht. I might be able to declare war on Mark and then take Oversticht. I mean, it is their capital. It is their capital, and it wouldn't be a war goal. Unless I wanted to bring in Burgundy and bring Burgundy into it. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. I declare war on Mark. That brings in... Here, I'll actually show you what I'm thinking. I'm going to declare war on Mark, right? But then I'm going to bring Utrecht into the war as a co-belligerent. They'll be able to call my own allies, their own allies. But I will be able to gain things from them as well as from Mark, right? But then I can still bring in Bremen, Verden, and Nassau into the war on my side. So I won't lose the alliance with Bremen and Verden because technically I'm not declaring war on their ally. At least I think that's how it works. I don't actually know. So yes, I will gain the claim on Oversticht for 2 reasons. 1, for the Casus Belli against Utrecht, and also to boost the aristocrats. And if I spend 50 military power to boost the aristocrats, then I can get the decision that changes me to a noble republic, because I have all of the other requirements. So if I boost the aristocrats, boost them, they're another ruling faction, which means, boom, there's that decision right there. Switch to noble republic. Lose administrative power, they lose stability, still stay republic, but I get a whole bunch of things. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I can make states in Flanders. Flanders is a territory. Cost me 0.31 in maintenance. But autonomy will drop. I mean, autonomy was 100%. Autonomy was 100%. I will also make Holland a state. There we go. I will core all provinces in Holland, Den Haag specifically, and then I will also core. But they're busy building a modern castle, so I can't do that right just yet. I will then use some more money, some of my administrative power, to boost my stability back up to 3. Fantastic! I can adopt a plutocratic administration? What does that do? That changes me back to a merchant republic. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because that would get rid of my states. Although I could then go back to a merchant republic. Oh no, then I'd lose 2 stability. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Because that would reduce my states. Okay, okay. There we go. No, I'm good. I'm a noble republic. This is great. So, now that I'm also a noble republic, let's see. Brabant. Dynastic actions. I can royal marry. There we go. Brabant. And royal marry them. Excellent! Okay, switching to a noble republic was good. Switching to a noble republic was good. Is Count Jan von... No, that's von Bentheim. Who's me? Syndic Barnabas Ader, that's good. Do I want a royal marriage from Lorraine? No, don't really care. But that's good. I mean, that was some pretty dramatic switches. I am a noble republic. The nobles are governed. That's good. I can curtail the nobility. I will lose... Ooh, but then I'll change it to a despotic monarchy. No, I do not want to curtail the nobility. No. No. Actually, how does that change my money situation? I'm still making buckets of cash. Buckets of cash. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So I don't think I need to do that. Royal marriage offer from Nassau? Yes. Yes. They are... Woo! Okay. Okay. Because I've now turned... Okay, wow. Okay, lots of stuff going on because of this. Because I've now turned Den Haag and Brugge, Holland and Flanders into states, I'm now accepting Dutch as a core part of my people, which makes sense. I mean, let me see, that's diplomatic map modes, geographical map modes, where's the... No, that's not what I want. Diplomatic map modes, no. Political, culture. Here we go. This map mode, I've lost a trade dispute casus belli against people. That's okay. The blue is Middle Germanic. Okay, that's what my base culture is, right? Bonn, Jülich, Düsseldorf, and Köln. The rest, Nijmegen, Emmerich, Roermond, Den Haag, and Brugge, are all Flemish or Dutch, but they're all Low Frankish, right? So yeah, all of these. And then versus all of these. Like, all of these guys are Dutch, all of these guys are Brabantic, and all of these guys are Flemish. So you know what? It makes more sense to have Dutch as an accepted culture. I mean, autonomy is now going down, which is fantastic. 0.05 each month. I mean, that's not a lot, but it will, you know, it will do things for me. Now, however, because I am a noble republic, I do have estates. The nobility and the burghers want some more things. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Magnates? Who are the magnates? Great nobility and guard their privileges jealously. Nobility, burghers, and all of that. Nobody has any land, but they want land. No, they're not gonna get any land. I will call it diet. Actually, here, what are the burghers? Everybody's losing loyalty a little bit. So I might have... but that's okay. You know what we'll deal with that? We'll deal with that when it happens. It's not a big deal right now. Right now, we are still preparing for a war against Mark. So I'm actually going to move that guy down there. So you know what? That planned war for Amsterdam might change. Might change. I still don't know. I mean, I think doing this would be the best way. Okay, national decisions available. I can switch to an oligarchic republic, which would change me to... Changing to an oligarchic republic would do what? Trade efficiency. An oligarchy is basically just it's kind of what Venice had. There would be a large group of people, and then the nobility, the rulers would be picked from them. So if you weren't part of this group, then you couldn't join the ruling class. And I don't know if I want that. I would lose administrative power. I wouldn't lose any... Okay, here. Right now I'm a noble republic. Morale of armies, tolerance of heretics, monthly autonomy change actually goes up. Whereas if I were to switch to an oligarchic republic, I'd get mercenary maintenance interest per annum. I'd get a lot more things. So let's go back to an oligarchic republic. Which goes back to the factions, which is fine. But it also means, do I still have estates? I still have estates. Oh, that's boo. So my corruption is growing, unfortunately, so I need to drop that because going into 1480, that means I'm no longer ahead of the curve in technology, so the bonuses I had that were dealing with corruption previously are now gone. Okay. Still have estates, which is unfortunate. I'd rather not have to deal with that. Guild leaders rival nobles' status. But yeah, overall I now have, you know, a bunch of things. That's fine. So money is money, new or old. I do not want to lose the prestige, so the aristocrats will go up, the guilds will go down in power. I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with that. So let's see how this... Good, I no longer have estates. Good, I don't have to deal with that, don't have to give my land to people, that's good. Good. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. My force limit is a bit high on my naval units, which is okay. So you know what? I'm just going to... Where's my fleet? There's my fleet. I'm just going to... Oh, can't do that because my fleet's on a trade mission. There we go. Let's get rid of a caravel. Let's get rid of the Lan. No, you know what? It's small enough that I don't really need to. I'm going to stay with privateering. Privateering in the Low Countries. Yeah, there we go. And... What was I going to say? Sorry. All of these guys are together, and then they go on the mission. Right. What was I going to do? Oh, yes. My military in Dusseldorf can actually... I can increase... How many do I want? Do I want to build swivel guns? I'll build swivel guns and infantry. There we go. 3-to-1 ratio of infantry to cavalry. I think that's pretty good. Then an additional 2,000 cannon. 2,000 men in cannon regiments on top of that. I think that's pretty good. And then as soon as the modern castle is being done in Brugge, I will add that. My money is going down. Yeah, and you know, Werner Lippstadt. Why do I have Werner Lippstadt? Yeah, let's find somebody else that doesn't cost me that much. Kristiansmunden, yearly prestige, diplomatic technology cost, or yearly prestige and idea cost. Let's go with Gerhard Kniphausen. Because what's this guy? Yearly inflation reduction, reduce inflation cost. As much as I would love that, I just can't afford him that much. So my inflation will be going up. That's unfortunate. But I can now get ideas, naval ideas. Has military power to get that? No, I want that military to go towards battlefield ambulances. Good. Everything, I think, is coming up Millhouse. So there is... I'm still waiting on a unit of cannon. And there it is, right there, and they're walking over. They have joined. You now have 14,000 men. There we go. Which will make my conquest of Zwolle a lot easier. And my subsequent conquest of Amsterdam and Ghent. Okay. We are almost ready to declare war on Mark and Utrecht. Oh, the prince. Gerhard Sniphausen has just finished a magnum opus, a book dedicated to the Syndic titled Il Principe. Basically, he's Machiavelli. And this book is a manual for rulership, which teaches that a ruler must separate his private morality from his office as syndic. He must be willing to exercise brute force and deceit to head off challenges in his authority and establish legitimacy and stability. In other words, the ends justify the means. Apparently, they also can use creative spelling and punctuation and capitalization. Capital H. Capital H. While well written, it may be dangerous to follow its advice. Not only has the book been forbidden by the Church, there are some who believe the entire thing to be a veiled satire of the Syndic himself. I could place Gerhard Kniphausen in charge. In charge of what? I can read the book secretly, but then he will leave my court. Or I can send Gerhard Kniphausen into exile, and then he will die, gain 50 but I will gain administrative power, papal influence, and Republican tradition. I will put Kniphausen in charge. I don't know of what. Like what? Is that of my... No. I can switch back to a noble republic, which I'm not going to do. Not going to do. There we go. Everything is good on July 1st. We will... Whoops. There we go. July 1st. Our armies should be at max. Can now declare war on Mark and Oversticht. But if you've been following along so far, you know that I like to keep my videos at around 20 minutes, and guess what? This is just about 20 minutes. So, unfortunately, this is the end of today's episode. But, just as a teaser, boom, declare war. I'm just going to leave that screen open, so, you know, check it out. It's going to be fun. So I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please comment. You can follow me on Twitter at Karhu Gaming, and I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen.